take mock interviews for the people whom you expect to clear mains, right? So you know that they start their journey before prelims, after prelims, they write mains, they come to you regularly, and you see their copies, and you keep telling them that you are going to clear. Of course, one or two people or few people don't clear, and what I've noticed every year, and especially this year, is that if you really want to clear mains, you have to be good in everything. Okay, you cannot just rely on optional alone. Think that if you score, if you study very well your optional subject, if you enrich your notes, if you write excellent answers, that will get you more marks. So that is not going to happen from this year and next year also. I believe the marks are brought down, optionals. You need to be still extremely good in optional to just have an edge of 10 to 20 marks compared to others. Okay. Secondly, in GS answers and essay, you need to be really very good. So those who are weak in essay and ethics, like two category of people visit me after results, right? So one, those who have cleared and those who haven't cleared. One common trend I see in those who haven't cleared and come to me for feedback or guidance is that most of them are weak in essay and ethics papers. So they think that because of, like in previously they would have scored 120, 130 previous mains, they would have written few essays and went on to write another mains. But they realize when they fail that maybe because they know that their optional preparation was very good, right? And they come and say that they didn't clear. When you take their essay, take their ethics answers, and you see a pattern there, that the quality is not as good as it should be compared to competition in that year. It keeps changing every year. So some people enter this competition this year again, and they will write so well, and you may be writing for past 2-3 years, right? But you cannot take it for granted. You still have to think like a fresher every attempt, and you should have a fresh approach for everything, right? So try to still equip, enrich yourself with as good content as possible to enrich answers and essays. And those who fail, another trend I see is that their presentation is very, very poor. So they may have done all the hard work, right? With respect to essay, ethics, all the papers, content is very good. But again, when you see their copies, you see that two things, answers are not very well structured, right? And poor handwriting and the presentation. You're not highlighting the key points that are there in your answers. They are kind of hidden within paragraphs, somewhere between paragraphs, within the sentences. You know that, right? Like when you are writing answer, you know that you are kind of writing one or two unique points. If you have prepared and come to the exam, you know that you are adding few examples that you are very happy about, right? Just highlight them. Even the evaluator will actually notice them. Many people will not be writing them, right? So make sure that those kind of example facts that is the result of your hard work, extra work, is always highlighted in each and every answer. So that is why all these core tests are very important. Why you need to come and write them again and again, and why I keep telling you not to write all answers but only few, to experiment these things, right? And with some people the experiments are working. So if they have improved handwriting, if they have improved presentation, if they have improved structure, even with not so drastic improvement in content, their marks are increasing. And also I've seen so those like successful people this year, those who told me that they didn't actually expect a call, some of them interview call, and I immediately asked them to show their answers and essays. One thing that is common is their presentation is extremely good, like beautiful, right? You feel like you want to be generous with them, but that doesn't mean the content is bad, right? It is just like slightly above average. It's not extremely good, it's just slightly above average, but despite that, because of extremely good presentation, they end up clearing mains also. Okay, so for some people it comes from school days, and some people, if they have gotten that kind of guidance, they correct in the early stages of the preparation. If somebody is still struggling with these things, maybe whatever days are remaining in April month, when you are writing these core test, focus on presentation also. After prelims, it will be very difficult to focus on presentation, but anyway, you have to do that. And I have instructed people here, evaluators, to just ruthlessly cut your marks if the presentation is not good. Even if you have written very good essay, very good answers, right? If the presentation is not good, I have told them to cut like -10, -20, say that this is because of poor presentation, right? So here we consciously do it. In the actual exam, it is it's psychological, right? So when they are evaluating, they don't feel like giving you more marks. So make sure that the presentation is really, really good. And if you are good in GS 1, 2, 3, you may stop writing GS 1, 2, 3 tests. Focus only on ethics and essay, because prelims is approaching, right? And again, as usual, I really strongly believe that with whatever practice you have done, still you will have an edge in the mains examination. Okay, so even if you stop now, right now, but if you don't clear prelims, what is the point? You know it very well. So focus on prelims, and I hope everyone is scoring 100 plus or 110 plus in the mocks we are conducting, prelims mocks. Am I right? How many of you are scoring less than 100? Stop writing these exams, right? Maybe you can focus on essay if that is your weak area, but immediately shift towards prelims now. Okay. After prelims, again you will be writing around 20, 28 tests. We'll keep same 28 test mains test series. So many tests you are going to write. So if prelims, the criteria is by April 15th, May, like every year, if the exam is conducted in the month of last week of May or in the month of June, what I tell people is that by mid-April, consistently your mark should be 100 plus in any test. So 1 month before or 1.5 month before actual preliminary examination, you take any test, your score should never be below 110 marks. Any test, it can be extremely difficult test or weak test, your preparation should be to that level. Okay, so that will give you confidence. 110 is something that you should aspire before mid-May. By May 15th, because everyone will start conducting all India test series, right? So give those tests, and you should be able to score 110 plus consistently. So it is not like you score 110 in one test, again 18 another test. So if you're giving 10 tests, average should be 110 plus. Sectional or full length, especially full length tests. Identify the reason. So there are like Tanmay sir is there, Aditya sir is there. So many mentors like Ashish sir, like Nidin. You can speak to anyone. Vishnu is there. Now don't hesitate to go to people if your scores are stuck at 90s, less than 100. Okay. So leave everything you are doing. Go to these people. Identify your weaknesses. Work on them aggressively. So even if you don't write anything next 2.5 months, I'm sure after prelims you can easily pick up. Okay. Make sure that you clear prelims, and if your optional is good, presentation is good, structuring and all you will learn. Okay. Mains, like you will definitely clear. So that much confidence. So I have, and you should be having that, right? Any doubts you have? This is just a session on general talk, right? Any doubts? So how many of you are happy with your essay performance? Like, is there any improvement? All of you have improved. Ethics, you have improved. You have improved compared to where you started, right? At least. Good. It will further improve. Essay and ethics is, because thinking is involved here. The more you do, the better it is, in my opinion. GS 1, 2, 3, you can leave it for now. Okay. It all depends on the content. When you prepare for prelims, every test solution will have so much facts and examples to enrich your mains answers. So when you start preparing for prelims, like don't completely only focus on prelims, right? Some 10-20% of the thinking should be linked with the mains preparation also. You will get, actually you will get all the examples you need to enrich your mains answers in the next 2.5 months. Okay. Keep a separate notebook if possible. Any solution, any test paper you solve, note down, because now I think now it is imprinted with you, right? Every topic of mains, you know that what are the subtopics under each topic. So the moment you see one example, if you think that okay, I can add this to this answer, make a separate note. Keep revising it. Immediately after prelims, the first thing you should do is revising that notebook. Okay. So that is one mistake I have seen people make. Like they when they focus on prelims, it's just only to familiarize with the things, just to solve the question, eliminate options. So that is not retained the information. You have to retain that information. And then, so how are you dealing with the another wave of COVID? Crazy. Like I feel like China is doing this again. like clock, like last year also, in the same time it started. Like it's like double the last time. Like there is some conspiracy behind this. I feel like that. Okay, so they may want to change the world order or something. They just want to dominate. So that is the only country which is growing like anything in GDP terms. Every country is either zero or a negative territory. Just a fun comment here. Okay, you don't believe in that. So, and they are denying that it actually originated from Wuhan, Chinese virus. What are they saying? From where did it originate? They are saying it originated from the US, right? So a new Cold War has started. They are saying that the virus originated from the cold storage facilities in the US, the cold packaged food that brought the virus to China. Anyways, huh? What? Yes, WHO, WHO. Achha. No, China. Like I don't. I keep asking the question in mocks. Those who with IFS as first option, how to tame China? How can we tame China in future? Can India tame China or counter China? How should we deal with China? You see, of course, they want to be diplomats and their answers are again diplomatic. Just like our leaders, even they don't show that courage in their answers. And that is how their answer should be, right? So, a great learning experience actually doing mocks. So, right now, one IIT Kharagpur guy is sitting, Indian Statistical Service. Okay. Not to scare you, I felt like to take photograph with him actually. So he's so young, 22, 23, I think, and he's from IIT Kharagpur. He's from Super 30. Super 30. There are two Super 30 groups. He's from other, one run by IPS. And he studied only for 6 months for this exam, and he has cleared that statistical exam. I took his interview, and it was so great. Like he had that innocence at the same time, so depth in his answers. I asked him to prepare for civil services also. I already visualized as a top 10 candidate. I think you will top this exam, IASS. So you'll get to meet those kind of people. So there is another guy who is working in Google, IIT, IIM, before before Google, TikTok. TikTok closed and went to Google. So you can ask them interesting questions, challenging questions, right? So it feels good. and at the same time we have our own students also, like normal student. In fact, what I have noticed is that most of the students who come from rural background actually give excellent answers. Then it doesn't matter what kind of education, but the experience really matters. Those who have been through struggles, those who have seen many ups and downs in their lives, give actually more matured answers. So it is good to fail, it is good to go through all the hardships. Any doubts? So how many of will you be giving mocks to me next year? So you are not interested? You want to go to Vajiram or what? Nice. So now everyone is conducting online mocks from Delhi, because in Delhi the cases are increasing like anything. Yesterday we had 1,45,000 cases in India. I don't know what is happening. Anything else? Any doubts? Yes. No, that is because of BBMP. Like they said, I actually personally want to open it. Hmm? No, it can explode as a cluster. We never know, right? I actually got scared. I told them not to close, right? And then I visited the reading room. Then I saw that nearly like 150 people were, it was like in the night, peak time, 7 to 8 p.m. when I was going back. So everyone is sitting and studying in the very closed environment. It feels like, in that moment for you, it is everything is okay. Everything is okay. You may not get infected. But looking at the situation outside, I really got scared. So even if one or two individual is infected in this, so it can spread to like all 100 people actually. So the closed entirely, there is no open ventilation, AC, very dangerous actually. So take care of your health. 10-15 days, it's okay. So what I'm thinking after April 20, that is the notice they have given also, BBMP. They closed around 200 facilities in Kormangla, Indranagar and all. So they raided where people were even like 20-30 people were there. They have actually sealed all the businesses. So I didn't want that to happen here, right? Reputation is also there. So I thought after maybe April 20th we can do some shift like thing, maybe like 50-60 people can study in one slot, another 50-60 another slot. Maybe that idea we can explore. I fully understand the necessity of space for reading, that I know that. Maybe you can come and study here, like in classroom, you can sit here. They are anyway open, right? Morning to evening. Sit in some corners and study here. Then, and you people have core batch, super core. So you can come and study here. Anything else? Nothing. How? Anthra has done really well. Every optional where people have invested their own efforts have actually done well. It's not that bad, very bad. In the first day, on the first day I felt like it is very bad, but it's fine I think. The top two still are political science and anthro. Then Kannada literature has also done well. It looks like from an outsider perspective that one optional is not hasn't done well, but I believe it's kind of equal almost. If you look at the numbers when the toppers come, you will see that the optionals will be equally distributed, especially all these humanities subjects. Okay, so all the best and don't rest now. Okay, when the exam is coming nearing, now it is not time to rest. You need to become more aggressive actually, like more aggressive. I keep using the word ruthless, like you have to be very ruthless with yourself with the preparation. He's ruthless. Full. How do you know that he's ruthless? Roommate. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है. So what about him, Rakesh? He's not as ruthless as you. अच्छा अच्छा, मतलब उसका इंटेलिजेंस ज़्यादा है शायद, कम पढ़ता है ज़्यादा. हाँ, क्या क्या? अच्छा दिन में सोते रात में पढ़ते हैं हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू डू दैट यू स्टडी डे टाइम no sleep daytime and study night time so very few minority so like you don't sleep at all in the night almost till 6 o'clock you study okay so since college days that is the habit I think how will you deal with when the mains is nearing you change the pattern you should change otherwise the exam will change you right so you cannot do the two papers in a day right so you have to change that okay if possible slightly start changing from now only hmm? You also huh? Till 4 a.m. you study. When do you start? Like 8 o'clock in the night, 9 o'clock or? Acha, you start 3:04 and then till night like 4, 5, 6 you study. Dinner वो करवाता है कि डिनर वो खिलाता है क्या जस्ट जोकिंग have a very good study partner actually it works having very serious study partner like one of like maximum 3 minimum 2 people if your wavelengths match that is always better hmm? Yeah so don't rest okay you have a very good chance of getting ranks and every year that belief is reinforced when you look at the result right of course some people don't make it up but eventually this year they will again clear with you if not this year again next year they will clear you that is how the whole journey is in my opinion you shouldn't give up right but once you know that your preparation is very good the foundation has been laid and you know all the skills and tricks so maybe you can continue with a job parallelly do a job or parallelly do a course continue your preparation but never give up okay all the best thank you